So if you've watched my last video, I told you that the real estate market is crazy right now. Any homes that are priced right and are in good condition are getting multiple offers, with many above asking price. It is making the buying process very difficult for some buyers to win the house of their dreams. So today I'm going to get into a few tactics that may help you win a multiple offer situation, and at the end I'll tell you one that might actually be illegal. Step number 1 is determining your financing. Everyone thinks cash is king, but not 100% of the time. If you can pay cash for a home, that's great, do it. Just make sure you can provide proof of funds, as the listing agent will probably require it, and it should be sent with your offer. If you are getting a mortgage loan, you need a pre-approval letter, not just a pre-qualification, which I go over the difference in another video. This means a real pre-approval where a lender has gone through your credit, your income, your assets, and has determined exactly how much you qualify for. It is even better if you have a fully underwritten approval ready. This will show the sellers that you are prepared, ready, willing, and able to make the offer you are making, and you are a strong buyer. Step number 2 is make sure you are very clear about the house you are looking for. In this market, you don't have a lot of time to go back and forth if you really like it, or if the schools are okay, or if it's the right location or layout. Remember when we had a toilet paper shortage? It's the same thing. You gotta grab it and go. So if you see a house that you really like with all the criteria you want, jumping on it right away may mean the difference of whether you get a house or you don't get a house. Step number 3, have your inspector lined up and ready to go. Why is this important? Because if you have a shorter due diligence period, which is the period you get to do any and all inspections on the house and can back out for any reason, that will make you look a lot stronger of a buyer to the seller. Another option you may want to exercise is waiving your due diligence period and only doing a right to inspect, which is a whole nother video. Another thing to be conscious of is, what are you willing to pay? Sellers are asking more for their homes right now than it may actually be valued at, because there is somebody out there that is going to pay cash or pay over the asking price because of the demand. So making sure where your comfort level is, and if you are willing to pay over if it's the house of your dreams, is really important. My rule of thumb is this: what's the most you're willing to pay so that if you do not get the house, you would not regret not offering more. Also, understand the seller's strategy and make sure your agent calls the listing agent to find out what's the most important thing to them. Obviously, it's price first for everybody, but there's a lot of other factors to consider too. When do they prefer to close? Do they need temporary occupancy? Do they want a quick close? Also, find out if they are holding offers for a few days and have a cutoff date. That will also help determine how quickly you need to see the property. Okay, so I said in the beginning of the video, I'd tell you a tactic that may become illegal. Something that a lot of agents have always done, and while it's not illegal now, there is a lot of talk about whether we should be doing it anymore or not. And that is buyers' love letters. These are letters that buyers write to their seller, telling them how much they love their home and how they can see themselves living in it. Well, this has recently been brought up among many boards as a possible fair housing violation. If there are 2 buyers with an offer on one house, both the same offer, and one has a family and the other is single, and the family writes a love letter stating how much they can see their kids and family living there and growing up there, if the seller chooses them based on just that they want a family to live there, that could be considered a fair housing violation, because that's a protected class. It's a very slippery slope, so be very careful if you decide to send a love letter with your offer. I honestly would advise against it. Buying a home in a seller's market can be very tricky, and there are a few other things that an experienced agent can do to win you your dream house and deploy those tactics. Make sure you are working with one, and if not, call me, text me, DM me, or send me an email. Thanks for watching Ray TV, and make it a great day.